Welcome back to the deep dive. Most of our deep dives start with a collection of facts, maybe a tidy historical narrative or a new scientific discovery.
Right, something clean.
Exactly. Today, we are wading into a chaotic confluence of disaster. We have a stack of sources chronicling a week in the life of Dr. Christina McMullen Chrissy, a psychologist whose world is constantly colliding with, well, the most volatile elements of Los Angeles crime and international intrigue.
It's less of a life and more of a meteorological event, really. Chrissy's the witty, a highly intelligent centerpiece of the storm, a PhD who treats the LAPD and high-stakes criminal investigations like a secondary and much more exhilarating clinical practice. The scope of the material we've synthesized is truly staggering. I mean, we're dealing with multiple simultaneous crises. A client potentially involved in a shooting, a celebrity best friend being stalked by a fanatic,
A high-stakes rescue in LA, coordinated from Yemen.
and a protagonist who routinely disregards both her own safety and, perhaps most interestingly for us, her fundamental professional ethics.
The mission for you, the listener, is to understand the gravity-defying mechanics of Chrissy's life. How does a trained professional, powered mostly by caffeine and this deeply antagonistic chemistry with Lieutenant Rivera, navigate these high-pressure situations?
Yeah.
We want to identify the tipping points, the exact moment Chrissy's uncanny knack for stumbling into the so what of human behavior unlocks the entire criminal puzzle.
And that so what is so critical. We're not just tracking a plot here. We are examining the violent intersection of professional responsibility and dangerous personal involvement. We need to dissect the highly charged romantic tension that seems to fuel her detective work, and most importantly, uncover the surprising, interconnected psychological profiles that unify what appear to be 3 or 4 completely disparate criminal acts.
Okay, let's unpack this character first, because Chrissy is the gravitational center of this whole narrative. Before we can analyze her actions, we really need to get inside her mindset.
Absolutely. Dr. Christina McMullen is defined by a fascinating duality. On one hand, she is highly educated, possessing that PhD, clearly capable of high-level academic thought.
Right.
On the other, she is inherently irreverent and approachable. She was a former tuba player, which is just a wonderfully quirky detail that suggests a comfort with standing out and, taking up space.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Her communication style is conversational, witty, and she actively avoids psychological jargon, preferring just blunt, sometimes hilarious honesty.
She is definitely that friend who devours dense topics and then makes them sound interesting, which is exactly the skill set she brings to criminal profiling.
Yeah.
But what are her personal rules? What do the sources tell us about her quirks, specifically the things she deems worthy of a serious...